Hi everyone, welcome to Rachel Pichler Yoga. If we haven't met before, my name is Rachel. Today we're doing a nice full body flexibility practice. You're going to need just a little bit of space to move, and let's get started. So let's begin today in tabletop. So you can come over onto your hands and knees. Spreading your fingers out nice and wide, bring your wrists underneath your shoulders, and then we're just going to extend our left leg behind us. So tuck your toes, push the ball of your foot into your mat. You could add just a little rock forwards and backwards maybe if you want a little bit extra calf and ankle stretch, or maybe just hold it steady, pushing into your palms a little bit. Softening through your shoulders, just gazing down towards your mat. And then from here, you could stay here with your left leg going straight up behind you, or you can start to walk it over towards the left side. And maybe you can get your foot in line with your hip and take your toes and point them straight forwards, and then encourage the outer edge of your foot down in towards the floor. And you might start to feel a nice stretch through the leg, the ankle. You can keep your hips high here for a moment, just pushing into your palms a little bit to keep you balanced, and then bring your attention back to that outer edge of your foot. See if you can encourage it down towards the floor, just a little extra today. Awesome work, you guys. We're going to keep moving on from here. If you've got your left leg out to the side, you can start to come down onto your forearms. Keep your hips nice and high and just check in with the foot. Can you encourage the outer edge of the foot down a little bit more? Stay here on your forearms, or start to walk your hands over towards your foot and maybe even lay your right shoulder down on your mat. If you can grab your leg, maybe it's your foot, maybe it's your calf, just gonna hold your right arm in place and maybe give you a little extra stretch through your back, through your shoulder, your arm perhaps. And you can start to rest your head if you're able. Get a little comfy. And then just one last option. The left arm. If it wants to come behind you, maybe rest your hand on your left hip or your low back with your palm facing up. Or maybe it can slide a little further over towards that right hip. And you might even start to shift your gaze up above you or towards your left shoulder. A little bit extra twist. Awesome work, you guys. If your left arm is behind you, start there. Slowly bring it back towards your foot. And then you can climb back up. Lift your chest, your shoulders, plant your hands, walk your left leg back in behind you, and then slide your knee in, back into your tabletop. And you can let your hips go for a nice little rock side to side. And we're going to switch. So extending the right leg back behind you, tuck your toes, push into the ball of your foot. Maybe a little movement, maybe no movement at all. Find that nice calf stretch. Nice work, you guys. Stay here or start to walk your foot out to that right side. Maybe so far that it's in line with your hip. Take your toes, point them forwards, encourage the outer edge of your foot down to the floor. See if you can glue the bottom of your foot into the ground. Nice work, you guys. Start here. Breathe. And only going as far as you want to go today. If you do want to drop down onto your forearms, keep your hips high. Push your foot into the ground again. How does that right leg feel? The ankle. And you can stay on your forearms, or you could start to walk your hands over towards your foot, maybe grabbing onto your calf or your foot, but maybe not. If you're able just to rest that left shoulder, your head down, keep your hips nice and high. Still encouraging that foot, that right foot down towards the floor, especially that outer edge. If you wanted to add that little twist or that extra shoulder stretch to the right arm, bring your hand to your hip or your low back or your left hip. Maybe looking towards your shoulder or looking just up above you. Awesome work, you guys. Start with your right arm. If it is behind you, bring it back down and then slowly lift. Lift all the way up. Bring your right leg back behind you and then slide your knee in back into your tabletop. Let your hips go for a bit of a rock side to side. We're going to tuck our toes under. Take a big inhale. Exhale into downward facing dog. And just here for a few moments, I want you to spread your fingertips wide, push into your palms, and then bend your knees. And try to bring your chest back towards your knees. Shift your gaze to your toes or maybe even to your knees as well. Try to really lengthen your arms. Feel the love through your shoulders. Bend your knees more. If you need more of a stretch through your shoulders, bend your knees more. Lift your heels higher. Awesome work, you guys. Stay for an inhale. Exhale, slowly bring your knees back down into your tabletop. Maybe rock your hips side to side. If you want to counter stretch for your wrist, take your left hand, turn the palm to face up. Point your toes towards your knees. Switching sides, plant the left hand, bring the right, the top of the hand down, palm facing up. Awesome work, you guys. Letting that go, not tucking your toes, but crossing your ankles. Have a seat, bringing your legs out in front. Let's keep our right leg out long. Bring your left foot to your inner thigh. Take an inhale to lengthen through your spine. Point your toes up. With the exhale, start to fold forwards. Find that nice stretch, the hamstring, that entire right leg. And then using an inhale, start to lift your upper body back up. You can kind of keep your legs where they are, but turn your chest towards the left side, so kind of towards your knee. You can plant your fingertips on the floor beside you to support you, keep your spine nice and long. And then we're just gonna kind of tip over towards our right knee, towards our right leg, keeping our chest facing the left as best we can. So maybe you're able to bring your elbow beside your knee. And maybe the left arm wants to reach up. You might even look up. Nice big side stretch. Maybe your arm comes close to your ear. Maybe your fingertips graze your big toe. Nice job, you guys. Keep your body kind of where it is, but take your left arm, if you want to, and bring it to your low back, or maybe the right hip, palm facing away. And then you might shift your gaze down towards your knee, and then maybe shift your gaze up towards the left shoulder or past the left shoulder. Nice job, you guys. Use a big inhale to lift your upper body all the way back up and turn the chest to face forwards. Nice job. If your arm is still behind you, let it go. Send your left leg out. If you need to take a little shake of the legs, take a little shake of the legs. And then switching sides so your left leg can stay out. Bring your right foot to your inner thigh. With an inhale, sitting tall, flex your foot, point your toes up. And exhale, folding forwards. Softening through the shoulders. Find your breath. Awesome work, you guys. Letting an inhale bring you up. Lengthen your spine. Let your chest turn to face the right side as much as it wants to turn. Push into your fingertips. Sit nice and tall. And then just kind of start to lean over towards your front leg. Maybe your fingertips stay on the mat on the inside of your knee. Maybe you start to reach up. Maybe look up. And maybe you're able to come a little further, forearm down, elbow to the inside of the knee. And you can make this side stretch as big as you'd like. Awesome work, you guys. If your right arm is free and available, maybe bringing the hand to the low back or the left hip. And then shift your gaze down towards your knee. Point your toes up towards the ceiling again. And then let the gaze go back up towards that right shoulder or past it. Awesome work, you guys. Using a big inhale, lift your upper body, let your right arm come back in front. Send your right leg out, or you can bend both of your knees. Plant your feet, just shake it out a little bit. And then eventually bringing the soles of your feet together and your knees out nice and wide for butterfly. Take an inhale to lengthen through your spine. Exhale, tip forwards. Just let the chest fall as far as it wants to without any effort of pulling your chest down. Just let your arms get heavy. Close your eyes. Feel those hips. Awesome job, you guys. Let an inhale. Bring your upper body up. Bring your hands to your knees. Help them come back together. Shake it out just a little bit. Crossing your ankles when you're ready. Coming back over onto your knees. Bring your knees together. Tuck your toes under. Send your hips back towards your heels. Find that nice toe stretch, toe squat as you send your hips back towards your heels. And you can keep your hands on your mat or maybe sitting back on top of your heels. Just let your upper body get heavy. Resting your hands maybe on your lap. Let your shoulders fall from your ears. Close your eyes. Smile if you feel the love through your feet. You're lucky. Nice job, you guys. Let's take 3 more breaths here. Maybe this is easy today. Maybe it is really, really challenging. One last inhale if you're still with me. And then come forwards. Come off of your feet. Give them a nice little love tap. Shake it out. Come back into your tabletop. Forget about your toes, forget about your feet. Take your left hand, turn it out to the side. Turn your fingers to point out to the side, or keep going, point your fingers towards your knee. Let the fingers spread out wide even. Push into your palm just a little bit. Feel the love through the forearm, through the wrist. And then you're going to let that go and we're going to switch sides. So come off of your left hand. Point your fingertips forwards. Find the right hand. Turn your fingers out to the side. Stay there or keep turning them towards your knee. Maybe spreading those fingers a little wider, letting the palm come as close to the mat as it can. Feel the forearm, feel the wrist. Awesome work, you guys. Let that go. Bring your fingertips to point forwards of both of your hands and then cross your ankles. Have one more seat. Sitting in any comfy position that you'd like. Turn your palms, face them forwards though. Spread your fingertips wide and then bring your fingertips down. Send your thumbs out. Lengthen your fingers. Stretch your fingers. Maybe a gentle pulse, or maybe not. Nice job, you guys. When you're ready to let that go, come up, give those fingers a shake, maybe even a little bit of a massage. And then you can bring your hands together in front of your heart. Maybe spread your fingers wide again, and then just let your fingers fall forwards or turn forwards. Keep your palms together. See if you can point your fingers down towards the floor. And then let them come back up and let them point towards your chest. And then maybe towards your belly button. Keep your palms together. Nice work, you guys. Let your fingers just go back up and maybe down to your knees, to your lap. Awesome practice. That is it. That is all that I have for you today. So thank you so much for joining me. Enjoy your weekend, and until next time, namaste.